Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the Wednesday, September 21st, 2016, second public budget hearing special call meeting to order. It's approximately 5:05 p.m. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Maldonado.
Here.
Councilman Shelley.
Here.
Councilman Burgess.
Here.
Councilman Ross.
Here.
Vice Mayor Faircloth.
Here.
Mayor Porter.
Here.
Councilman Williams.
Are there any additions, deletions, deferrals? Mr. Manager, Mr. Carlos? Nothing? Carlos, give you the floor.
We need to read the statement, please. You want me to read it, or you want to? Go ahead, Carlos.
Go ahead, Carlos.
Mayor and Council, good evening. As the first order of business for this second and final budget hearing, the city's homestead final operating millage rate is 5.9215 mils, which is the same as the previous year's millage rate, and the final voted debt millage rate is 0.5934 mils. The rollback millage rate is 5.5276 mils. The final operating millage rate of 5.9215 mils is 7.13% above the rollback rate of 5.5276 mils.
Mr. Manager?
Unless there's questions, Carlos will read the items in the car, and
We'll just go ahead and read, we'll go ahead and read through it then, and then any
Yeah.
questions will come up at the end.
just the car report.
Staff recommends that the mayor and council adopt the attached resolution providing, 1, a final operating millage rate of 5.9215 per $1,000 of assessed value of ad valorem taxation for real and personal property within the city of Homestead, and 2, a final voted debt millage rate of 0.5934 per 1,000 of assessed value of ad valorem taxation for real and personal property within the city of Homestead. These millage rates are the same as last year's millage rates and are to be implemented beginning October 1st, 2016, and ending on September 30th, 2017. This is fiscal year 2017. Pursuant to Section 200.8081, Florida statute limits maximum operating millage rate of the municipalities may levy to 10 mills. The budget impact at the gross taxable value of $2,316,513,457, an operating millage rate of 5.9215 mils will yield ad valorem revenues at 95% for the city of $11,755,639 and $1,275,733 for the Community Development Agency, a total of $13,031,372. At a gross taxable value of $2,316,513,457, a debt millage rate of 0.5934 mils will yield revenue at 95% for the debt service of $1,305,888.
Is there any questions from council members? This is a public hearing. Anyone that has any questions about the budget, you're welcome to come at this time and ask questions.
Mr. Mayor, if I could read the resolution just to get it on the floor, please.
Please.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of Homestead, Florida, adopting the final operating millage rate of ad valorem taxation and adopting the final millage rate for debt service on the general obligation bonds for fiscal year beginning to October 1st, 2016, ending September 30th, 2017.
No public comments? Sir.
Kevin Sullivan, 1860 Southeast 6th Court, Homestead. My question about the budget is I'm just wondering how much money you guys stole out of the utility budget to balance this.
Carlos?
The budget stabilization for the general fund included $4 million from the electric utility.
Is that fairly consistent with last year's transfer?
For the overall consistent, I think last year from utilities, it was about $2 or $3 million.
It was a little more this year.
It's a little more.
Okay. Any other questions from the public? I'll close the public hearing at this time. Any final comments from council, questions from council? Is there a motion? Is there a second? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Maldonado? Yes. Councilman Roth? Yes. Councilman Burgess?
Yes.
Councilman Shelley? Vice Mayor Faircloth? Yes. Mayor Porter?
Yes.
The motion carries.
Tab 2.
An ordinance of the City of Homestead, Florida, adopting the budget for each of the several funds and departments of the city for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2016, and ending September 30th, 2017, providing for a repealable severability and an effective date.
Anything from staff? Carlos?
This is the City of Homestead proposed budget for fiscal year 2016-2017. For city ordinance, a fiscal year budget must be adopted to fund city operations. Staff recommends that the mayor and council adopt the budget for several funds and departments of the City of Homestead for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2016 and ending September 30th, 2017. The total fiscal year 2017 proposed budget is $193,019,555 in revenues and expenditures. This was approved at first reading at the special call on Tuesday, September the 6th, 2016.
Questions from council? Mr. Shelley?
Thank you, Mayor. Don't really have any questions. I just wanted to make sure we pointed out that we have discussed and debated this item at the first budget hearing, because everyone that sees this on TV, I want them to think that we have had no debate or no discussion. So there has been debate, there has been discussion, there has been question asked, and it was at the first budget hearing, and most of those questions, I believe, were answered. So I just wanted to point that out for the record.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions from council? This is a public hearing. Again, anyone like to come speak on behalf or for or against? Seeing none, close the public hearing. Any final comments from council?
We need a
Is there-
motion, Mr. Mayor. I don't think there's one on the floor.
Beat me to it. The motion was by Mr. Burgess. Was there a second? Second. Mr. Maldonado? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Maldonado? Yes. Councilman Shelley?
Yes.
Councilman Burgess? Yes. Councilman Roth? Yes. Vice Mayor Faircloth? Yes. Mayor Porter?
Yes.
The motion carries.